Alright, let's 1cc Nexzr. PC Engine, late PC Engine game. Known to me mostly as I believe, the last Summer Carnival branded game. And this one was just released twice. Originally in 92, and then Nexzr Special is the Summer Carnival 93 edition. It starts with a real long cinematic cutscene, which is pretty cool. I'm going to talk over it, so sorry if you wanted to hear the Japanese dialogue. But it's a cool cutscene. These PC Engine games, at least the ones I've been playing recently, like Download being another example, have really good cinematic cutscenes that you don't even need to understand Japanese to understand what's happening in the story, which I really like. Versus like another game I've been playing recently that has a lot of dialogue or a lot of quote unquote story is Ginga Force, or Sol Cresta is a modern one, um, where they just like speak a lot of dialogue over your ship sitting in the middle of the screen, so it doesn't really tell a story at all. Like you just have to listen, um, which I always find really boring. I'd rather take my hands off the controller and have a cool cinematic. Yeah, it's shocking, but his partner, probably his partner and his lover, Shildy, killed by the red mech. Looks kind of like the Sazabi or one of Char's mechs or mobile suits. So I think that's a bit of an exposition dump. So this is developed by Kaneko / Interstate, is what it says on the title screen. I haven't done a lot of research into exactly what those, why it's two company names. But Kaneko is also credited for Superstar Soldier, first PC Engine Soldier game. And I don't know if they co-developed that with Hudson or if Hudson just published it and totally contracted out to Kaneko. So this game has, I think visually it has some similarities to Superstar Soldier in particular. The gameplay itself is not especially similar to it. Some of the levels design is reminiscent, but the mechanics are definitely a lot simpler than the Soldier series. There's no variable speed. There are no multiple power-up levels. There's only a few weapon types. So these guys did not work on Final Soldier or Soldier Blade. And I'm not familiar with any of their other shoot 'em ups other than this one and Superstar Soldier. I don't even know that they made others. They could have, again. Yeah, it's always cool when you get unique music in cutscenes too. I think this is one of the best launch sequences I've ever seen in a shmup. It's like Star Fox, except it actually looks like something. There we go, Nexzr. So in the options, oops, why did that happen? In the options, you can set the starting lives, give yourself a few extra if you want. You do get a ton of extends in this game. There are 3 game levels. I'm guessing that's like hard and ultra or something. I haven't tried the harder difficulties. And the screen mode, I guess, is for if you have a Tate screen or something like that. I don't know exactly how you'd set that up. And if you have already played through the game, played through some of the stages, game over, and come back to the menu, you can jump to a stage, which is a really convenient feature if you want to practice the game. I mean, these days, if you plan on an emulator, it's not going to matter, but back in the day, that would have been super handy. Hope I don't clear it, because I'm not going to do much commentary. My left wrist is starting to get a little numb from sitting on the controller for almost 3 hours now, I think. It's about the limit of a playing session for me. Oh, every good shmup's got to start with a banger on stage 1. Definitely is one. Sometimes I dodge the stars when there aren't any ships around. Ah, guy's a bit on the easy side. There with Thunder Force AC for easiest opening boss. Feel a little more comfortable now that I got my shield back. I'm gonna take that straight shot in a second. Clear all these guys out. This help me clear the sub-boss faster. Oh. I didn't actually know that he could hit you when he came in from the back of the screen like that. A lot of enemies come in from the bottom of the screen like that, and for the most part, like even regular enemies in the stages, and for the most part, they do not hurt you. So we'll switch to the lock-on option here. Those things, when they fly back towards you, look like enemy ships. Alright, asteroid time. Quick and easy run of that guy. Alright, we'll stick with the three-way shot here. I already missed the straight shot power-up anyway, but I didn't want it. And I'm going to stick with lock on multiple, because for this sub-boss it's going to be better. Then I'm going to swap it out for the ground bombs later. As long as I can get through this checkpoint. And we gotta get up to the safe spot. Really handy not having to fight him. It's one of the sub-bosses I've been having a lot more trouble with. Yeah, these purple missile launchers are a good example of an enemy that flies in from behind that you can't actually hit you from behind, and then I got hit by a popcorn string from behind immediately afterwards. It's alright, like I said, the most important thing was getting past that checkpoint. This is actually probably one of the easier ones to recover. Leaves you in decent standing. If you make it through to the next checkpoint in this stage, you end up leaving the level with no power-ups. So you really want to hang on to this ground bomb, because it's actually going to be really useful at the beginning of stage 4. Whoa, that's close. Alright, we made it through the tough part. Now go with the safe strategy for the boss fight. One, two, three, four, five. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Finally, some boomerangs. 1. That was close. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's not giving me many boomerangs this time. It's just much safer to attack during that green boomerang than when he's shooting at a bunch of garbage where there's not as long of a tail for it, basically. So here, I really don't want to die at this checkpoint because this is the next hardest one. Or, I mean, this actually probably is the hardest one. Oh shit, I messed that up. Well, better to leave the power up behind than it is to die. I was like, not gonna rush the item. I'm fine. Like, I'm safe here for a second longer. Kill that side enemy carrier, and then I'll grab it. And the snake didn't kill the carrier fast enough, so the snake caught up to me. And I ended up sidestepping for too long and leaving myself in the path of the laser. Yeah, we're just gonna grab it fast that time. This time. And lose it right away. I always do the wrong thing there. Wait too long to line up with them. Alright, I think there's gonna be a chance to get a sub-weapon coming up. Huh, that guy got kind of faked off the screen. Oh, please die. Alright, that's just pure luck. Mm. Snake Rush. This isn't best sub weapon for the boss, but I will have a chance coming up to swap it out. Ah. It's, probably shouldn't have been shooting those enemies at all. Alright. I don't know that I had anywhere to go there. I think I might have to kill some of those guys. This ground bomb does eat some bullets with the explosion. It's one of the tougher boss fights. Pretty aggressive homing lasers to deal with. Ah, shit. One caught up to me. Oh. I didn't expect him to transition phases right as he was moving to the bottom of the screen. Unlucky timing. Yeah, so these kind of bombs do sort of eat the suicide bullets for you. Ah, shoot. Got trapped by the lasers. Yeah, just gotta be aware of the battleship behind. Not get overly focused on the two closer ones. Ah, already. I should try to shoot them with my main shot instead of being fancy with the V laser. Don't even know if that's doing as much damage. So yeah, these are all revenge bullets. He shoots. If you stop shooting, he'll stop firing those individual bullets. I easily could have avoided being trapped there if I'd had better trigger control. This is definitely one of the easier checkpoints to recover, actually. Like, if you can just stay on route here and not do anything dumb, there's nothing unpredictable that can happen. And the boss fight itself is difficult whether or not you come in with the from the checkpoint or from earlier. I guess having the straight shot would probably help some. Damn it. These guys, they move so close. I never think that they're gonna get that close to the bottom of the screen. I'm not even gonna pick up the V lasers. Use the main shot. Might help me out in the second phase when he's doing the revenge bullets. Damn it. Come on, come back up. Come back up. What a dick. Yeah, I think that sub-weapon was the better choice. And I made a lot of use of diagonal movement there. Trying to get around him and get away from the lasers. There's non-normalized diagonals. Probably not the best weapon for this part, I'm guessing. That's working pretty well, actually. Last time I took the homing lasers, so I'll stick with the ground bomb this time, see how it goes. Because there's gonna be like moving along this ship surface for the entire stage. Which gives the bomb something to trace. Is this the mid-boss? Well, I think this is the milk. Oh, okay. Now I overdid it and I destroyed the hangar. That was the place where I was trying to milk those robots a little bit to see if I could get some one-ups off of them, as Yakimov mentioned. I've got a nice wide five-way shot. Definitely not going to pick up the lock-on option. That didn't seem that helpful with this part when I got checkpointed here. There's my shield. That was close. What was this boss fight again? I don't remember. Oh, the laser guy. That's right. This is pretty hard checkpoint too. A hard time getting control of these mobile armors. Alright, I'm pretty good that time. So this time that I've got the lock on multiple, I'm gonna try to stay up higher out of the way of the boss's lasers. Alright, phase 2, this one that shoots the rotating bar lasers. Those are more of like a show pattern. They don't really seem that threatening. Considering that the checkpoint kind of guarantees you that you're going to have a three-way shot on that part of the fight. Alright, here's where we get all these laser bastards. Just gonna hang on to this sub-weapon. I think this one worked better here. Man. Right on the screen, lasers right away. The three-stage lasers. Really tighten up your spacing there. Oh, I didn't even notice before. Those things can shoot lasers backwards. 3. Ah, shit. Ah. Ah, damn it. It's almost through. That's not going to be easy to reproduce. Because I don't even think... Yeah, I'm not going to get sub-weapon. Alright, let's try not shooting very much here. See what the first thing I actually need to shoot is. Yeah, I was trying to get in position below those. So yeah, if I had fired the three-way shot there, I would have been overwhelmed by suicide bullets. So I can wait till the blue missile launchers are about to spawn in, and then I need to find a safe spot to clear out the ladybugs. Ah. Alright, let's try. This is the bubble brain type enemy. So when his shell turns red, it's gonna do a split up attack. And when it turns white, it's just gonna spawn a bunch of popcorn enemies. And the lightning has kind of a safe spot. I guess maybe blue means missiles. Yeah, that's the white popcorn flag. Well, that almost caught me off guard. That guy's pretty easy. As long as you've got those lasers.
了解。目標をスキャンします。スキャン終了。目標完全に破壊。最優先目標より外します。
そうか。祈祷する。どうしたレイ？
高エネルギー弾接近中。バネットからです。
何？シールドスプリッターか。
シールドレベル2まで破損。回復まで15秒です。
あの機体はレイ、機体の識別だ。急げ。
了解。確認終了。識別コード XF3-1001B。 3年前ルナ6宙域において接触した機体です。
やつだ。あの時のレーザー通信だと。
モニターに出します。
ほう、これはスラッシャーにまだ生き残りがいたとはな。だがな、この程度の攻撃では私の計画は潰されはせんよ。
貴様の計画だと？
そう、私自らの手で地球人類を粛清するという計画だよ。
貴様、一体何者だ？
私か？私は神だよ。
It's the red mech that killed Shildy.
によって使わされたな。
神だと？何をわけのわからないことを。レイ、イナーシャルキャンセラー全開だ。
了解。
神に勝てるとでも思っているのか。
たとえ貴様が誰であろうと許さん。シルディの仇、この場で撃たせてもらう。
俗物が神の力存分に思い知らせてくれるわ。
行くぞー。
Oh, he's pissed. Alright, so I'm actually going to keep this laser weapon, because on the next... when I die and inevitably start from the checkpoint, I'll have to use the other sub-weapon. So here, I just want to keep lined up with this guy, so that he doesn't rotate his laser towards me. Yeah, like that. Usually doesn't do that one twice in a row. Ah, man. I never even seen that attack before. He really loves being towards the bottom of the screen, where it's really hard to hit him. All right. That's it. One credit clear. That was a friggin' terrible run. Well, I mean, actually, it was kind of fun doing all the checkpoints. Uh, but it's bad commentary, and it's a really long run relative to the length of the game. But I'm glad I got this one knocked out. I might try to do another recording of it. Sad memories of all the battles we fought. Those homing lasers. I think Super Star Soldier ends with like a bunch of snapshots like this also. I could be thinking of something else, but I thought it did. It's kind of cool. It's like highlighting all the hardest boss attacks. Oh, credits are in Japanese, of course. So I can't even compare it to the Superstar Soldier credits. Well, I guess maybe I could look at the Japanese version of those, but it'd be kind of tedious, seeing as I don't read Japanese. All right, well, that's my clear for the week. I thought that was going to take the rest of the week, but I made a lot of progress. It's just like the beginning of stage 3 checkpoint and the beginning of stage 4 checkpoint are really hard to recover. And so dying at either of those can easily eat through all your lives. And so once I was just able to string together those two level segments, just in the latter case, in stage 4, it just came down to having the right sub-weapon. So you could easily progress through that sub-boss, which sends you back to the beginning of the stage. And I did have to do a little save state practice on the final boss, but that was actually the only part where I broke those out. It didn't take me that long to clear, but it still does feel like one of the harder PC Engine shmups I've played, on at least on default settings. You know, like if you turn up Lords of Thunder to super difficulty, it's pretty brutal, but on normal, it's simple enough. I think that Super Star Soldier is probably around the same difficulty as this. Definitely took me longer to play, but it was a game that I learned in kind of a weird way over the course of years playing it. Instead of something like this, I came to for the first time this week, and it just 3 days or 3 play sessions. Just totally focused on getting the clear. So yeah, I'd say this is a B tier probably for me in terms of PC Engine shmups. It's definitely not. It's more of an R-type style game. Doesn't as much fit the system profile that I think of with compile games, soldier games, etc. Even download, I think, was a lot more like that type of game. Speed selectors and the similar weapon types. Whereas this was like more stripped back, more like a really classic arcade style, like a late 80s, mid to late 80s arcade style. And especially the checkpoints give it that feeling, which are definitely a surprising feature to see in a game from 92 when checkpoints were big time dying out. Ah, here we go. I was waiting for my score. A score entry, though. I mean, that makes sense, especially given that it ended up being a summer carnival game. What? Man, YYZ doesn't even take that long to enter. That's why I use it, because it's usually a pretty quick one to put in. But I timed out there. All right, one more PC Engine Classic down.